please talk about Mike Pence giving a speech to MEK. Give us your reaction to the MEK compound and his speech. Okay, so guys, if you guys don't know what the MEK is, MEK is a terror organization that is pretending to be a pro-secularist, pro-democratic institution. This is one of the main opposition groups to the current regime in Iran, and it's rebranding. It has been very effective at rebranding itself in the past couple of years. They were officially recognized as a terrorist group, but to get, they used to be funded by Saddam, and they had operations that were very, very radical and crazy. But now, because they lost the funding from Saddam ever since Saddam was toppled, they were looking for alternative sources of funding, and they wanted to operate in other countries, like, I don't know, in the United States, in France, in Albania. And to be legal, they managed to use a lot of the funds that they have to, to go and legally challenge their terrorist status, and they removed it. And now they have U.S. politicians in their pocket. Like, they pay Pompeo, Giuliani, John Bolton, and now they have reached a potential president of the United States, Mike Pence. I mean, potential, I say that very loosely, but that is crazy, that the fact that the MEK, so a lot of people might like them. I remember even Yasmin Mohammed, who didn't know who the head of MEK, Mariam Rajavi, she didn't know that this is a crazy organization that you shouldn't be supporting but people think that they are good and they are worthy of support just because they're in opposition to the Islamic Republic of Iran, right? They're not, okay? They might be even worse. And a lot of people are scared now. A lot of Iranians are scared now because it seems like the Americans have given up on all opposition groups and are putting all their they seeing the alternative to the mullahs right now in Iran. They're seeing the MEK as the alternative, and they have given up any hope for any other opposition group. And that fear has been amplified recently by a million because of the recent visit. Here, let me actually show you the videos. Is this a good video? Yeah, this might be a good video. It's crazy here. No, I don't want to put this one on audio. Here. The compounds and everything is actually beautiful and glorious. And these people have such a massive source. I don't know where they get the money from, because look at this. Just look at this. Okay. Well, I mean, actually, I have some. Well, we'll talk about the funding later, because that's one of the questions. All right. So look at them. This is the opposition group that we're dealing with. Okay. So this is Mike Pence's visit to Mariam Rajavi. Mariam Rajavi is the head of the MEK. They don't call themselves the MEK. Everybody else calls them the MEK. They call themselves NCRI. But look at this. This is their compound. Look at the way this is the Iranian flag. Look at all the, I don't know how they do this. No other opposition group to the Islamic Republic of Iran has this level of, I don't know, access to funds and resources, and this level of infrastructure. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. And that's why, but the thing is that the MEK doesn't have the support of the people in Iran. Like, people hate them, especially because they worked with Saddam in killing Iranian people. So that's why they consider them to be traitors, right? Even though they're against the mullahs, they still don't support them. However, all the other opposition groups have nothing. They have no infrastructure and they have no resources, and the MEK does. And they try to show it. They try to, they go out, they make a huge effort to show, that they're very sophisticated in their efforts. And this is the show that they put on for MEK's visit. And this is in Albania, I assume. Yes. Wait, hold on. Where in Albania? MEK. I don't know where exactly. Yeah, this is their Albania camp. Okay, so that's their headquarters in Albania. Yeah, PK is like from where they got this money. Well, that's one of the other questions. I will answer that. Look at this. I'm not playing the audio because it has music and I don't know if it's copyrighted. Look at all of this. This is Mike Pence. Mike Pence, look, oh my, people were like, we woke up one day and we saw pictures of Mike Pence, Mike effing Pence next to Mariam Rajavi. We were like, what the hell? This is the highest official they managed to, because they got Giuliani, they got, Bolton, they got, who else did they got? Pompeo, they got all of that. And we were like, those are very impressive. Like the other opposition groups don't get this high ranking American officials to come to their compounds and talk to them. Like, and now they got Mike Pence. This is like so impressive. Even though they are like crazy and they're a cult and they're evil, it's very impressive that they managed to get Mike Pence, because they have, that means they have a lot of money, because Mike Pence, like, they're paying them, right, for them to come speak here. So they have this museum here, and they have all their Shohada, or all their martyrs, on the walls. Look at this museum that they have set up. And they're showing Mike Pompeo, like they're showing like all the brutality that the Islamic Republic of Iran has done. Sorry, they're showing Pence that all the brutality that the Iranian regime has done to their people. And they're showing, like, they have this here on display. Look at that. And I don't know, they're lighting a can. Oh, look at this. And I didn't notice that. Look at, so that you see on the wall, it says 30,000. These are the 30,000 people that were executed by the Islamic Republic of Iran for being the member of MK. This is one of the most ignored genocides in history that was done by the Islamic Republic of Iran, and it was done to MK members. And they have that on the wall. I mean, the thing is that they have a lot of true, like, actual victimhood in their history for them to play. Like, the problem is a lot of people are like, why are you attacking the MEK? Like, they were actually abused and killed. Like, that's actual real history. They're not lying about that. Okay, but we have to accept the fact that they are evil themselves, but they're also been wronged, and their members, I mean, their members are not evil. Their members have just been brainwashed. So we can't just like act like they deserved it. Like, we have to actually fight for their rights, and like this evil that was done to their members has to be highlighted. I mean, we could do that at the same time. We could at the same time say the heads of this organization are evil, but their members are poor victims who were also wronged by the Islamic Republic of Iran. This is not a contradiction. Hal 9000 in the live chat is saying, what is the ideology of the MEK? It's a mix of Marxism and Shia Islam. It's basically Shia Islam and Marxism marrying each other and giving a baby. That's MEK ideology. It's the scariest cult in the whole world, and you have no idea. Like, I could like speak about them for hours. Yeah. Okay, what happens? Look at this. Okay, actually, let me see if I could play some audio here.
Tehran rule uprising for.
That's her. This is okay. So here's another thing. The MEK members worship this woman. Okay, it's not like she's not their leader. She is their goddess. Okay, and to them, she is Iran itself. Like, one of their chants is like, Mariam, Iran, Iran, Mariam. Like, they don't want Iran without Mariam. And they're so sure that eventually they will be successful and she will be the head of Iran. And they want to replace Ali Khamenei with this lady. Oh, hi, guys. Somebody, Perfect Davo, in the live chat saying you're talking so much trash. If Mike Pence is supporting MEK for money, then why he doesn't support Hezbollah? They don't have money? Question mark. Hezbollah is recognized as a terrorist group. They have been removed. They're not recognized internationally as a terrorist group. Obviously, Mike Pence would be in so much legal trouble if he got money from Hezbollah. Are you insane? What are you talking about? Somebody saying, isn't that haram shirk? I didn't mean literally, like effectively they're worshiping her. Like not like they don't. So for example, Shias, they technically they worship Hussein, but they don't claim like they worship Hussein. Oh my God, I think we have like a Perfect Dad was saying so much lies. Who worship Maryam Rajavi? The MEK people, they worship Maryam Rajavi. They are like, actually, this is good because Perfect Dad, I think, supports them. And you can see like this crazy lady, this Maryam Rajavi is a crazy, like she's insane. Like she's a cult leader, okay? But if I say that, he loses his mind. That's why he's defending him in her in the live chat. Yeah.
For change, we can and must free run the Middle East.
Okay. Let me actually show you something else. To show you how. Oh, actually, let me show you what Mike Pence.
Rajavi's 10.
All right, let's look at actually the part where Mike Pence is speaking. Okay.
Your resistance units, commitment to democracy, human rights, and freedom for every citizen is a vision for a free Iran and an inspiration to the world. Maryam Rajavi's 10-point plan for the future of Iran will ensure the freedom of expression, the freedom of assembly, freedom for every Iranian to choose their elected leaders. It's a foundation on which to build a future of a free Iran. The regime in Tehran wants to trick the world into believing that the Iranian protesters want to return to the dictatorship of the Shah as well. But I want to assure you, we're not confused by their lies. Today, we call on the Biden.
Okay, this video cut out the most important part. I don't know why they did that, but hold on. This was such an important part that they missed, because here. Okay. So there's a short version of it.
The regime in Tehran wants to trick the world into believing that the Iranian protesters
and
want
then he
to
asks
return
the
to
audience.
The dictatorship of the Shah as well. But I want to assure you, we're not confused by their lives. So let me ask you all right here, for all the world to hear. Do the Iranian people want to replace one dictator with another? Or do the Iranian people want to live in freedom and democracy for all the people of Iran?
Okay, and then again, this one also cut the most important part, because then the whole audience rose up and they cheered, and that was so. You have to understand what's happening here. Okay, there are the two most important opposition groups to the Islamic Republic of Iran. Are, well, actually, let's say there's three. Okay, there are the MEK, which has very little support in Iran, almost non-existent. It's like they're hated. They're hated by Iranian people. Okay, the MEK, they're hated by the Iranian people even more than the mullahs themselves. Okay, so that's one. The second one are the monarchists, the people who want the monarchy to come back, and they have Reza Pahlavi, the son of the former Shah in Iran. They're invested in him. They think that he could come back and he could become Shah again. He could become the king of Iran. That's the second one. And the third are the Republicans, the people, not American Republicans, the people who are in favor of a republic, not a monarchy, not MEK, who they see as a religious institution or cult, but people who want a secular democracy, not under any one person, but like a normal democracy, right? And they don't have anybody; they have nobody. So they are I think they are the highest in number, but they have the least amount of infrastructure or anyone to support as as a leader, right? The people who want monarchy, they have Reza Shah, but Reza Shah is not very active. He's not very interested in becoming a political leader. There's no infrastructure. There's no resources. He doesn't have all this, glamour, or now all these people that are willing to die for him, like Mariam Rajavi has, right? These Mariam Rajavi people are like crazy, like they're insane. Okay, they used to light themselves on fire for her. Like I remember as a kid watching the news, and because Mariam Rajavi was arrested or something at some point, and people in support of her, they came in and they lit themselves on fire. That's how they supported her, like literally, like died to death. So that's the kind of supporters that she has. Okay, so given that us people who want a republic, we're like out of the picture. We have nobody. Okay, the main two, even though we're the highest in number, the main two alternatives, as the main two opposition groups against the Islamic Republic of Iran, are the monarchists and the MEK. Okay, and what Mike Pence just said to everybody here is that the monarchists are fake. Like the Iranian people don't want monarchy, even though a lot of them do. He claims that the support for the monarchy, the support for the king, the support for the Shah, bringing back the Shah, is a made-up thing by the Islamic Republic itself to bring attention away from the popular support that the MEK has. That is like this is like so. First of all, that's insane. That's not true. It's so obviously that's the lies that the MEK is just feeding to him, so that he just repeats. But this pisses off a lot of Iranians, right? Especially the monarchists. Especially a lot of Iranians who hate the MEK, like what the hell? Like, is this what we have to look? This is actually might even strengthen the Islamic Republic of Iran, because a lot of people who want to topple the Islamic Republic might think like, holy crap, if we removed the mullahs, we have to look to the MEK to come in charge. And they're like, we don't want that. Like, maybe we shouldn't be toppling the regime at all. So this is like really strengthens the Islamic Republic's hands, right? But actually, let me show you a little bit more about the MEK so you guys know what kind of like crazy people. Hold on, let me show you something. Let me remove this. All right, here we go. If you want to know a little bit more about these people. Well, actually, before I show you a little bit more, maybe I should show you the part where it was cut off, because I didn't show you this one because it's in Persian. Right?
People. So I came here today simply to say we stand unequivocally on the side of the Iranian people.
ما قاطعانه در کنار این وضعیت به خوبی سازماندهی شده مایت ما
ندارد میرسد
به مردم رجوی هست و شده.
Right. Here's the part that was cut. Here's the part because I want you to show like how happy Mariam Rajavi was with what he said.
تماما آماده و وضعیت کنونی، ولی یک آلترناتیو موجود هست، وجود داره.
Well organized.
به خوبی سازماندهی شده.
مردم برخورد پوشیده از مردم کامل
شما مشرف سگرد هم اومدند و امید میبخشند به مردم شما در ایران.
Look at the uniforms. Like this they have been this is the standing ovation that he got when he said that. But like the every single woman, okay, the uniform of the MEK has the hijab, right? So they pretend like they would want to bring secular democracy, but their own. So first of all, they're neither all the values of democracy and secularism. They are against it, right? Their own uniform has the hijab. Everything about them is Islamic. They say that they want to bring religion back into politics. So they're not in favor of secular democracy, because Mariam Rajavi herself says that we will bring the true version of Islam. She says that the mullah's Islam was the wrong Islam. Their Islam is the true Islam, and they will bring back Islam to politics, which is violates secularism, right? And their uniform and everything includes the hijab. They don't tolerate any uniform within their ranks without the hijab. They don't tolerate that. So they are very, very, unsecular. Like they're not secularists. And also they don't tolerate any criticism of Mariam. Like Mariam, She's never available to be questioned. Anybody with a narrative against Maryam will be shut down, will be hunted down, and sometimes even eliminated, like in ways like, well, I'm not going to say right now, but so democracy is also not something that is not part of their value system. But look at this part, okay?
بود. یدالله کریمی پور میگوید غربی ها مایلند در منطقه خاورمیانه باشند تواند برای سر واقع شب متحده بزرگ تشنه شیعی را محور
Oh, here. So look, so for people who want to see this, look, this is their uniform. Like everywhere, the women they all have to wear scarves, usually red scarves, right? But look at the
نکرده و رو گداز میخوانند.
This is so what you're going to look at right now is them doing a song about Hussein, okay, and how he's a role model. And this is what we are used to seeing in Iran. So this just shows that they are also extremely Shia. Like this is part of their ideology.
نکته‌ای که قدری با قوانین سختگیرانه آخوندها درباره صدای زن تفاوت دارد، اما در واقع همان ایدئولوژی است.
بی امان میروم در راه تو، صف به صف جان به کف، ما همه خونخواه تو، ما همه خونخواه تو.
Look at the level of organization and everything. No other opposition has this.
از یقین عشقتین خانه را آکنده کرد، خانه را
So this is a song in celebrating Hussein.
تو نشانم دادی، تو نشانم دادی ای حسین ای پیام.
See, they're saying ای Hussein. They're talking to Hussein. They're telling Hussein that you showed us the way. You are the way. You are the light. You are whatever, like poetic stuff, right? So you guys know Hussein, right? Hussein is the most important figure in Shia Islam. Okay, they wouldn't admit this to you, but Hussein is more important than Allah. He's more important than Muhammad. He's more important than anything in Shia Islam. They would not say that, but if you understand Shia Islam, you would understand that this is technically how things are, even though they would never say that. Yeah, see the flags, all the flags are saying some of the flags are saying Hussein, the other flags have the symbol of the MEK. And if you actually notice the symbol of MEK, it has, look at it, it looks like the communists. Like, so this is so bizarre. Like you see Hussein next to a symbol that looks like a communist symbol, right? So I'm telling you, this is a merger between Shia Islam and Marxism. That's what I'm telling you. Look, I want to see. Do you see the flag? Do you see how it's has a sickle? Is that what it's called? Oh my God, it's not letting me show you. Hold on, let's just play the music while I find this. All right, here it is. Look at this. Sina is saying Hussein is basically the Shia version of Jesus. Yes, exactly. Look at this, guys. This is Mujahideen Khalq Iran. This is the MEK. Look at their symbol. That's the communist symbol. Except so the sickle is the same, okay? But they replaced the hammer with a gun. Yeah, so that's their ideology. Anyways, so it's just so bizarre to me. It's just so amazing that they have Hussein symbol like Shia Islam next to something that is supposed to come from communism. I thought. This is catchy though, isn't it? Do it with me, everybody. Do it with me.
درباره فایده مجاهدین برای غربی ها.
Never mind. All right, let's go to the next question. It's catchy though. It's catchy. Oxymoron is saying I like this. I like it too. Okay, seriously, one more time. One more time. I know they're crazy, okay? I know they're crazy, but this is pretty good.
میروم در راه تو صف به صف جان به کف ما همه خونخواه تو ما همه خونخواه تو نور تو شور تو نسل ما
You're supposed to hit yourself for the sake of Hussein.
از یقین عشقتین خانه را کنده کرد خانه را کنده کرد راه صدق و فدا تو نشانم دادی
So you're supposed to hit yourself because you're supposed to like in sadness for Hussein's martyrdom. He died like 1300 years ago, but we're like, you're supposed to still be, as a good Shia, you're supposed to be upset about it, and you're showing how upset you are about it by hitting yourself, okay? And sometimes, especially Shirazi Shias, they cut themselves, as a show of, being sad, as a symbol of sadness over Hussein's martyrdom. The sadder you are, the better Shia you are. Like, you have to learn to cry properly. So, it's crazy. If you'd like to send me your questions for me to answer during our Q&As, become a patron. If you would like to have a discussion with me live on air at the end of the Q&As, become a YouTube member. Link to both is in the description. Thank you for your support.